well, Doctor to Health. I hope everyone is doing great wherever you are. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic that is very important to me because think about it. If we quit smoking, think about how many cancers we can prevent, right? Yeah, we talked about cancer prevention last week, right? Think of it as a continuation. Also, you can live longer, right? What are the benefits of quitting smoking? I think everybody know. I still want to touch base. Your skin looks better, you look more beautiful, you have better teeth, you smell better, you have a longer life, you have a better sex life, you have better fertility, you increase your immunity, and you prevent cancer. Do you need more reasons to quit? No, you don't. You want to do this for yourself and for your family so you can enjoy a better life for yourself and the family people around you. Welcome to our program tonight. Thank you for coming here and joining me. I love you all and I miss you, believe it or not. I look forward to this live show every week, and from now on, we are going to do it simultaneously both on YouTube and Facebook. Let's see how it works. And you guys are welcome to give me any advice at any time. All right. So, to quit smoking, did you know there was a lot of government program that is free and available for people here? Anybody who has internet and a smartphone can do it from anywhere. All right. Smokefree.gov. If you go online, there is free resources that you can access. There are phone apps. If you go on Stop Smoking and Smoke Free apps, you can click on it and you can have access. You can get 3 texts every day to motivate you to quit smoking. You can get emails. You can have free counseling. You can even have one to one. I don't know about if the one to one is free, but definitely even counseling is free. You have free apps on your phone that you can access anytime to quit smoking. So before you start thinking about it, think where you are right now. Contemplate where are you on smoking cessation. If you smoke, how much do you smoke in a day? Are you smoking one, two, three, four, five? My husband used to smoke only 2 cigarettes for a very long time, many, many years. And he kept on saying, it's only two, I can quit anytime. But I know he tried so many times and he went back. The worst part of it, I felt, was that whenever he went to his friend circle, they all smoke. So when you're in that environment and somebody's smoking, automatically you want to smoke. So it's very hard. So where are you in that plan? Are you ready to make some alternations in your lifestyle? What are your triggers? Sometimes it's phone calls, sometimes it's a meal, the 3 meals of a day, sometimes it's just chatting on the phone or even just talking on the phone. It may be stress, anxiety, watching TV, getting in your car, having a car ashtray, seeing somebody smoking. All those things can be your triggers. So what can you do about it? Why don't you write a journal? Why don't you, for one week, just think what are your triggers? Write them down. And maybe you can come up with a plan what you can do next week to avoid those triggers. I know you can do it. Just do it. I know. Write it down. Think about it. And think about all the pros and cons. Why would you stop smoking? And why do you want to stop smoking? So, what are the pros and cons for smoking? Okay, you can save money. We already talked about all the good things that smoking cessation can do, right? Now, you can have a healthier life, you can live longer for your family, all those things we already talked about. What are the cons? There are just a few. Some people think it reduces my anxiety. When I'm stressed, I smoke. It reduces my anxiety. Now, I want you to think about it. But initially when you smoke, you take 2 3 drags and immediately your brain gets a stimulation and you feel high. you know that's a nicotine addiction. Yes, it's an addiction. Smoking is not benign, it's an addiction. What happens after you keep on smoking? Does it happen in 2 to 3 seconds, that high feeling? No. You need more and more smoking before you get that high. And so you keep on smoking. And then 1 cigarette becomes two, two becomes three, four becomes five. Then you're smoking a whole pack. Oh my God. So, what happens when you smoke like this? Maybe you started a teenage life, right? You started a teenage life because your friends were all smoking and it looked cool. I'm more manly if I smoke. So, let me do, even women. can think about it the same, that I am stronger, I look tougher if I smoke. So you started smoking, and then it just continued, right? And then it kept on getting worse, worse, worse. Every year, every part of your life, it just kept on going, growing, right? And now you're at 1 to 2 packs a day. Guess what happens after 30 pack year? Your lungs, that balloons, remember all the balloons in your lungs, they expand when you're smoking. So when you they expand and you get air trapping, take I'll just give you an example. Take one deep breath. All of you, go ahead, take a deep breath. And now hold it as long as you can. I'm holding it with you. How do you feel right now? Can you continue for a while longer? Keep on doing it. Just do it with me. It's getting hard for me. I don't know about you. It's getting really, really hard. It's hurting now. So this, I'm going to let it go now. I'm going to let it go. Yes, I feel like I was breathing for my life. Think about feeling that way all day and night. Do you really want that life? No, you don't. So, what can we do about it? Stop smoking. Think about your family, your little ones, your babies. Think about if you see your child coming home one day, you see them, you're picking up from school, and they are lighting a cigarette. Can you tell them if you're smoking, hey, don't smoke? You can't. You already showed them it's okay to smoke because you are smoking. So, you can't tell your kids don't smoke. So you better quit first before they pick up the smoke. All right. And it may be today, it may be a cigarette. Tomorrow, it's going to be a vape. The day after, it can be a weed. The day after, it can be opioid, Xanax, alcohol, everything. It doesn't stop. You just jump from one addiction to another to another. So a person who has addiction problem will have addiction with everything, right? They will have that tendency. You have to fight it now. If you don't want this in your family, you need to start first. All right? So make a journal. Think about all the triggers. You might find some insight. Oh, I didn't need to smoke at that time. I could have just done this and I could have stopped it, right? So just think in that way, that what are the things you can do to just stop smoking? All right. So now you thought about it. Okay, you contemplated. Okay, how about a preparation? What are you going to do to prepare? Do you know that 75% people want to quit? Only 25% are kind of reluctant. 75% people already know it's better to quit and they want to quit. They just don't have the confidence. But I want you to think back. Maybe you tried to quit several times and you didn't make it. Do you think that's bad? No. Do you think that's a failure? No. You try to quit. And if you quit for even one day, I think that's a success. Because if you can quit for one day, you can do it for 2 days, 3 days, and you know how the pattern goes, right? I'm just going to increase the time, right? Next, what are you thinking about? All right, if you're ready, what preparation can you do? All right, these are my triggering factor. I'm going to avoid these things, right? Next, okay, I try to stop cold turkey, but research showed most people when they quit cold turkey, like with no help, they may get back on it in 8 days. Yeah, it can happen. But if you do it slow and steady and think about it and make a plan and then do it with the help of support, yeah, you can think about I'm going to get the smokefree.gov. I'm going to sign up there and get all the help I can get, right? I'm going to involve my friends. I'm going to tell them I want to quit. Can you please help me? And maybe avoid your smoking group. All right, maybe try to stay with people who don't smoke and they will encourage you to stop smoking. All right, think about all those things. And what else can you do? Drugs? Can you take medication? I'm not talking about opiate drugs. I'm talking about medication like Zyban, like um, Shantix, nicotine patch. You know, there are different forms of nicotine, right? There's nicotine patch, lozenge, gum, and there's also nicotine inhaler. So if you think about nicotine patches, a lot of people may say, oh, the patch didn't work for me. The biggest reason for patch failure is you're not using it appropriately. Because when you do a patch and then you had a craving and you couldn't stop, you lighted a cigarette and you started smoking, guess what? You gave nicotine here and you're now smoking double nicotine burden. So, no, you don't want to do that. You want to avoid that. So, when you have a patch on, you want to avoid smoking. If you can't stop that craving, take that patch off. If you go to bed, you don't smoke in your sleep all night, you don't need a nicotine patch. Take it off. So, you want to gradually decrease your nicotine burden on that nicotine patch. And it's the good part about it is discreet. It's under your clothes. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's going to ask about it. The other way of doing is the gum, the lozenge, and also the inhaler. There's a nasal spray. It's a little bit more flexible, so you have more power in it. Think about this. Always think positive. Think about how much time you quit. All right, how much time you were able to avoid smoking. And that is success. Don't think of it as a failure. So think about it. You also want to set up a set date. Okay, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to do a journal for a week. I'm going to think about everything I can do for a plan. And then I'm going to start it on certain date and start. All right, do all those things. And once you quit, think about all the things you can do to maintain that smoking free environment. All right. Now, remember when you prepare, also have a mental preparation. Like what? Think about it that, oh, hi. Love you, Ted. Thank you for coming and joining. Please ask any questions you have in the comment, and so I can tell. And anytime you guys text and say hi, I feel so excited. That means somebody's watching and somebody's learning with me and getting excited with me. So come jump in. All right. So, in the mental preparation, please be aware that you can be anxious, you can be agitated, some stress and anxiety can lead to some anger. You can have cravings, so you might be eating more. So, for that craving, maybe keep some good healthy diet like carrots and celery nearby instead of chips and all those things that you shouldn't eat. So keep some healthy food around you when you have those cravings. Think about those agitations and anxiety and all that. It's all that nicotine craving. As it's doing that withdrawal time, you just need some support. So think about, okay, if there's a car ashtray in the car, throw it away. Anything that reminds you, throw it away. If it triggers you in the morning when you're having a breakfast, you need a cigarette, have a juice instead of a cigarette. If you're having a lunch or a dinner, think about something else that you can, after you finish, you think, oh, I need to have a cigarette. No, go for a walk. Talk to your friend. Do anything that will work to distract you. All right. It is not hard. The first 20 minutes is the worst. If you can control your craving in that first 20 minutes, guess what? You can control, you can avoid smoking, and you can do it. I know you can. I want you to comment after this is over that what you're planning to do, and let me know what's happening too in the comments. So anytime, once sometimes I go to Costco, and one of the managers came and told me, guess what, doctor, I quit smoking. When you see that, oh, you feel so good. What nicotine cessation products do you think have been good for controlling smoking? Well, I personally really like the nicotine patches, and I try to give advice how to use it. Remember, you want to use it on alternate arm every day. All right. So if you're using it on right arm today, tomorrow you want to do it in the left arm. Remember, if you're sleeping and you don't smoke, you want to take it off. You want to reduce as much nicotine burden as you can. And if you can't control that urge, you want to take it off when you're smoking because you don't want to double up. All right, those are the main thing. Next, it is if you want more flexibility, then you can do the nicotine gum, lozenge, or inhaler, or even a nasal spray. There's also Zyban. Zyban was started as an antidepressant. So when this antidepressant started, it showed that it was also decreasing craving. That means it was preventing some of the side effects of the nicotine withdrawal. So that's how it became more popular. And lastly, we also have Chantix. Chantix does have some side effects that people can be suicidal. So if they are depressed, severely depressed, I wouldn't suggest that for them. So for them, I would rather do Zyvan that reduces anxiety, reduces craving, reduces the withdrawal, so it makes it easier for you to quit. Next, remember, go to freesmoke.gov, sign up for all the free resources you have. Talk to your friends. You can talk to a counselor. Sign up on your free app and be in connection with other people who can support you. And those people who will not, avoid them. Yeah, I said it. Avoid them. You don't want to get in touch with them if they're not doing a good influence on you. If they're your real friends, guess what? They'll stick around and maybe one day they'll come and say, "You quit. Can you tell me how? I want to do it too. Can you please help me?" You can help them too. All right. All right. What else do I want to say? Think about all the things when you are quitting smoking, you're thinking about quitting smoking. Think about all the positive effects it will have in your life and work on it. And think about in a scale of 0 to 10. Where are you? In a 0 means I'm not even thinking about quitting, and 10 being I'm strongly thinking about smoking and I want to start. Where are you in that? And if you're in a score of 4 or 6, think about what you can do to make it 8 or 9. So think about that journal that you went through. Think about what are the things you can do on it to make it better. So do those things, get the support of your family, do everything you need to. And remember, it's better to do in a combination that, like, your mental, you want to stop smoking. One of the biggest thing I suggest is if you're smoking 20 cigarettes a day, maybe go down by 2 cigarettes every week. Next week, go by another 2 cigarettes. Then the following week, another 2 cigarettes. Just go slowly down. Reduce frequency, reduce duration. When you combine with medication, it's even better. When you combine it with medication and counseling, oh, it's voila, you can quit. All right. So don't stop. If you had tried many times and you didn't succeed, hey, you are trying, and that's success. All right. So keep on working at it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, I'm going to sign off again. This is a very, very emotional topic for me. When I was in residency, I used to talk to each and every patient about smoking cessation. It was one of my passion, and one of my attendings noticed it, and he used to say, "You are my smoking cessation doctor," and I like to continue that. So when you see me, tell me you quit smoking and make my day. I love you all. I'll see you next week, and see you again. Love you all. We'll see you next week. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ted Hammond. I love you too. And same wishes for your family. Be safe, be happy, be wonderful to your family. Quit smoking. Tell everybody to quit smoking. Be safe always. And if you didn't get vaccinated, take the vaccine for COVID 19. With my COVID 19 patients, I'm always afraid to ask about their vaccination. So, you know how I'd start? I say, "Did you get the COVID 19 vaccine by any chance?" Now, smoking can be something just like that. Just be casual and talk to your family about it, talk to your friends about it, and let's do it. Thank you. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everyone. You take care. Bye bye.